How to create a backlog in ClickUp. Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a backlog in ClickUp. So please watch till the end to properly understand the tutorial. And to create an account on ClickUp, you could also use my affiliate link below the description or earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. And by using the link, you may also get some discount or rewards upon sign up. But before that, if you don't know what is ClickUp, it is a cloud-based productivity platform designed to help individuals and teams manage tasks, projects, and workflows in one centralized space, in which it offers a wide range of features, including task management, document sharing, goal setting, time tracking, and collaboration tools. With customizable views like list, board, Gantt, and calendar, use can tailor the workspace to fit different project management styles. And also, ClickUp also integrates with popular tools such as Slack, Google Drive, and Zoom. Now to create an account, just click the link in the description, or you could also sign up for free in here. And after successfully signing in using your Google account or email, you will automatically be directed on this dashboard. Or as you can see, we have here now the homes or the workspace in here. And from here, if you want to start creating a new workspace, you can simply click your workspace button on the top panel, or you could also click a space in here by clicking this plus button and fill out this required information. But let's say by clicking this workspace, you can do by clicking create workspace. So fill out this required information to start creating a new workspace that you prefer. However, going back on this page after creating, the next thing that we need to do to create a backlog is to click the add a new workspace, and in this pop-up window, just simply first enter the icon and name of your space. For example, work to be done. You could also add a description, for example, goal, and click the continue button. But if you also want to make it private, you can do so by turning on the top of it. But by clicking the continue button below, the next thing that you need to do is to choose to define your workflow. We have here starter, marketing teams, project management, or product plus engineering. And I'm going to choose the project management, and below is simply proceed by navigating these default settings for views, where you can choose here the kind of features you want. We have here list, board, calendar, maps, activity, where you could also turn on if you want to, but I'm going to turn off some of this since I don't need, for example, any of this, and click the save button. Moving on to the task statuses, it will show you that you could also adjust or customize the status. By clicking the three dots, you can click the delete status if you want to erase it in here. And if you're not done, just click the apply changes button to proceed. Now upon doing so, the next thing that you need to do is to click the ClickUps button right here, where you can navigate to turn on all the ClickUps, and by clicking show more, it will show you other feature. But I'm just going to keep it that way and click done button to proceed. But make sure to turn on the sprint points. And upon clicking that, just go to this space and click create space button. Upon doing so, you should be able to see here that we have now successfully created the space. And from here, it will show you all of the boards that you can navigate, such as docs, recent, bookmarks, and many more. And now to proceed, from here, all we need to do is simply click the three dots on the left side panel of our space in here. And in this, it will show you a variety of options to navigate, where you could also click create new button. By doing so, you should be able to see here the sprint folder. However, since we did not turn on that one, there's no sprint folder in here. You could also click the templates button to start browsing a new templates that you could also use. We have here for advertisement, for ads to schedule, audit program that you could also add in here in your space. But again, since there is no sprint folder under create new section in here, we'll not be able to start adding a log or backlog. But basically, if you already turn on the sprint points upon creating a space, you should be able to see here the sprint folder. And in that case, we're going to use the other space in here that already has the sprint folder. And to do so, you simply click the three dots under the spaces of this theme space. Upon clicking this one, you should be able to see the create new, and in here, the sprint folder. By clicking on it, it will show you on the pop-up window that you need to fill out the form in order to create the sprint folder. We have here the folder name and also the measure of effort, sprint's start day, and even the sprint duration in here for 4 weeks, for example. And under sprint settings, you'd also navigate here to enter the sprint name to add a template and any other details. And by clicking the next button, you could also add an automation if you want to. But by clicking create, it will now show you in here that we have now successfully created the new sprint folder. You could also create the new one by clicking on the left side panel and just simply fill out again the required information, including the sprint goal, the name, and any other details in here. So at this point, I'm just going to create at least 4 sprint folder in which it plays a crucial role in creating and organizing the backlog in agile project management, particularly when using these tools ClickUp, in which it serves as a dedicated space where all tasks, user stories, and requirements planned for a specific sprint are stored and tracked. And now as you can see, we've now successfully created the 4 sprints. And for the first sprint in here, I'm going to enter planning, and it will automatically add to our backlog. Clicking this add from backlog, you could also see here all of the lists, but if you want to hide it, you can do so by simply clicking the eye icon to hide this one by clicking this one button. But you could also start revert it to unhide it, and by clicking this backlog, it will show you that you could also select the location. We have here, for example, the different sprint 2, for example. We're going to add here another backlog by clicking add task. You can simply proceed by navigating to enter the name for the commands, for example, gathering information, or for example, gathering materials, and add a description if you want to, write with AI, and enter the priority, for example here, a high priority, and even click the create task button to proceed. Now as you can see, we have now successfully created another backlog in here for the sprint 2. Moving on, for the last sprint, for example, I'm going to add the final step of the process of the project, which is implementing the project. But you could also add more from backlog in here. And on the right side panel, just choose which sprint folder you wanted to add. For example, as you can see, we're currently under the sprint 2. You can add here more, but you can choose different sprint if you want to, for example, sprint 3 or work to be done. So basically, this structure also facilitates better prioritization, easier progress tracking, and more effective sprint planning meetings. And you could also share this one if you want to by clicking the share button on the top right. You can share to make it public, to share from other employees or team. But additionally, it helps in reviewing past sprints for performance, evaluation, and continuous improvement. So basically, sprint folders enhance the organization accountability and transparency in managing the backlog and executing sprints. Now under this Steam space, you should be able to see here the card including the recent activities that we just add, and it will show you all of the sprint folder that we just created earlier. But you could also navigate here some other docs, bookmarks, different board, lists, calendar, Gantt chart, table, and many more. But overall, that is just basically how you can create a backlog in ClickUp. Thank you.